goes to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now. Check.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. But he'll go out near midfield at the 49. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Moreland. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Moreland. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes.
60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Moreland. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Moreland. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now left side of the swing pass, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Give them 18 on the play.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Allen off the play fake. And a dump off here to Robinson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. And that ball incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw on second down, Moreland. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there at second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Moreland. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off play action. Moreland. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Allen. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Looking to throw on second down. Moreland. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the second half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
Warriors 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Allen going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw on 2nd down. Moreland. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Throwing on 1st down. Moreland. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is Incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7, operating from the 34. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen, eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone
under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the South.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Throwing to start the drive. Moreland. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Operating from the gun. Moreland. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Moreland. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down. Allen, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Allen from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Pass complete to Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Back to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. He'll look to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they can. Yeah, he's here. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch tomorrow.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Ready, go.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want in football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Allen. That's taken in by Knox. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Robinson. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Moreland. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, he'll get another shot on third down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. just unable to connect. So the play results in no gain.
Nervous time now, moving the chains, an absolute must. Here's third down. Throwing on third and long. Moreland going up top. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.